Welcome back to the Kang Gang pod.
chill. I gotta call an ISO on this one, boys. I gotta pull up DeRozan and call an ISO.
Okay.
The boy's back.
Hey, get in your bag.
Right.
Get in your
He's
bag.
back.
All right.
Get in your bag.
Started from the bottom, now we here.
Okay.
Drag.
Started from the bottom, now the beam team fucking here. Domas went out early in the game.
Drag.
JV stepped up and he was ready to play. The Keegan couldn't miss from 3. Keon had 5 steals and he played good D. DeRozan had 26 dimes. Tonight the Kings bench stepped up big time. Now the beam team owns the A seed. We got Dallas on Monday and we gotta light the beam.
Let's
Come on, boys.
Welcome back.
Own
He's back,
Houston.
baby.
Welcome
we
back.
own Houston. Thank you.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Get the
Welcome
brooms
back to
out.
the Kings.
Get the brooms. We just beat the Rockets for the 3rd time in a row this season.
Easy.
Ime Udoka is trembling right now, boys.
Trembling.
Like Johnny just said, we are officially in the 8th spot in the Western Conference, boys. Let's give it up for the Sacramento Kings.
Let's go.
The Sacramento Kings go into Houston on the second night, or the second game of the 4-game road trip. We win 113-103. Domas Sabonis, 90 seconds into the game. No, 70 seconds into the game. He's running, and you see him grab onto the hamstring. Everyone at home. Heart just stops. And then he goes straight to the bench. And then, sorry, not to the bench. He goes straight to the locker room. And then from there, we're like, what is going to happen? Obviously, like, Sabonis never. That's our Iron Man. He never misses games. He never misses time when he's injured. And then to see that happen, that's why Monty McNair did what he did. And he went out there to go get Jonas Valanciunas. Let's give it up for JV.
Yes, sir.
That
Stayed
man.
ready.
Yes, sir.
We didn't know how serious Domas' injury was. We didn't know if he pooped his pants or he got a cramp. But he was out the whole game, and JV stayed ready and put on for the boys tonight. It was huge.
He put on a masterclass. I mean, this was like back to his starting, like when he used to start for the Pelicans. These are the numbers that he's accustomed to, and he did it for our team, and he just went out there, and he was bullying Sengun. He was playing great defense. He did everything tonight.
Yep.
RT, what did you see in that first quarter from tonight's game?
Well, you know what? We got off to a really, really good start. I mean, we jumped out to like a 16-point lead to start the game, and we just looked very much in control. Our defense looked incredible for those first 7 minutes, just playing outstanding. Zach LaVine looked really good playing defensively. Keegan Murray was giving Jalen Green problems in that first quarter.
Fits.
Major problems.
Fits.
And, you know, we kept Sengun in check for the most part. We really did in that first quarter. I think the team just really played really well defensively. We were getting to 50-50 balls in that first half of the quarter. Obviously, when it got later into the quarter, that's when we kind of let the foot off the gas a little bit. And we let them come back a little bit, but
Yeah, they were bound to make shots at some point, but they started 3 for 14.
But you know what we did? We did start 4 for 4 to start that game, though, which was very, very huge.
I think we even scored more than that.
Yeah.
We were. This was our best start to a game with this new group, because
I agree.
That's been the storyline of this season. Is we've just been struggling with how we start games. We've been turning over the ball a ton in the first quarter, and tonight that was not the case for like you said, the first 7 minutes. But man, it was a bright spot in the game tonight. Going up huge. I think we were up 21-5.
Yeah, 21-5, right? Yeah.
Crazy. But
we just started out physical. Started the game on a 9-1 run, right? Scoring always helps, but I think it was no coincidence that when Jonas got the call, he brought some physicality. We played great defense to start that quarter. He had 5 rebounds in the first quarter, which is huge. I mean, not giving up second chance points, especially to a team like Houston, is major, opposite of minor. But no, we played so physical, especially against the Rockets, right? Who always, we've seen games in the past. We've seen them 2 other times this year where they try to throw the first punch. And usually we have to battle back, but we took care of business here in Houston. And shout out to Drake. It was raining in Houston tonight. It was raining in Houston. But that first quarter set the tone, I think. No, because even though they had shots and they made shots later on, you could tell we were the main aggressors all game. And Keon off the bench when he eventually came off the bench, but JV started it in that first quarter.
Going up against a great team like Houston, like being in control the entire time, that must be extreme confidence for the boys going forward on this road trip, because Houston, what are they? Well, now they've dropped off, but they were like a second, third seed. They were the second seed
for the majority of the
season. Yeah, right. I mean, when that's what got Sengun that All-Star vote, which he's a fake All-Star, but that's a topic for another day. But anyways, I mean, he turned into a free throw merchant tonight. But I'm not here to count free throw attempts or anything. But I mean, he did shoot an astronomical.
He missed some free throws though. He missed some free throws. So
yeah, because
he wasn't perfect.
Because the ball was not receptive to what he was whispering to it at the free throw line. But you know, we're not
you know what they say. You know what they say. Ball don't lie. That's all they gotta say.
Ball don't lie.
You know, we passed on Sengun for a reason in the draft. Okay, I'm done.
He's Sabonis' little bro.
That's how we have the conversation.
He'll always be Sabonis' little bro.
He will always be Charmeleon, okay?
No, he's Charmander.
That's what I meant.
Yeah,
Charmander.
Sabonis is Charmeleon.
Yes.
Yogi is Charizard.
Yes. But
that's such a funny meme.
It's so spot on though. But
so spot on.
Yeah. Going up 21-6, that stretch, that propelled us to win this game tonight. I think the bench tonight was huge. We had 42 points from the bench. And going into the second quarter, I believe we had around 16 bench points, and 0 of those points came from Keon Ellis. But he stepped it up in a huge way later in the game, offensively and especially defensively. That man was all over. I think if you were to give the MVP tonight, it would be to Keon or Jonas. But those were two well-deserving for the outcome tonight.
Both guys off the bench too. Really
off
huge.
The bench.
Off the bench.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I know Keon's 5 steals are going to be highlighted, but Jonas had 4 steals.
I know.
That's an incredible stat line for someone who didn't even anticipate to, he was going to get minutes, but not 29 minutes. I don't think he expected to get 30,
got 15.
29, 30 minutes, right? So 14 rebounds, 4 steals, 15 points from your bench big who stayed ready and played starter minutes today.
And you're forgetting he also blocked a few shots tonight too.
Yeah,
3 blocks.
3.
Yeah.
That's just a vet staying ready, right, RT?
Yeah, exactly. And there is a player that had that same stat line that came off the bench that played for the Kings. Does anybody want to take any guesses before I reveal?
The exact same stat line?
Exact same stat line.
Kenny Thomas.
You're talking 15 points, 14 rebounds, 4 steals, 3 blocks?
Yes.
Quincy Acey.
Not Quincy Acey.
Oh, man, off the bench?
Off
Modern
the bench.
era? Like what?
Yeah, give us like
give us a range of years.
Oh, I feel like if you get it, I'll say...
Between which years?
I'll say from like between 2000 to 2010.
Oh.
Oh, wow. That's a long... He was a bench? He was off the bench?
Off the bench.
I would assume he's a center, right?
Mm-hmm. He's a center.
Is it Keon Clark?
It's not Keon Clark.
Scott Pollard?
It is Scott Pollard.
Scott Pollard!
Scotty P.
Let's go.
Scotty
Let's
P.
go,
Let's
Johnny.
go.
Same
Wow.
exact first since 2001 with that
For
in
a
the
bench
entire
player to do
NBA.
Dude, that's one of the best
In the
backup bigs in Kings
entire
history.
NBA.
That's crazy.
For a bench player
For
to
a
go
bench
off
player,
like that.
yes. For the
Let's
entire
give it up
NBA.
for
Dude,
JV.
that's so
Jonas
huge.
Pollard, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out Jonas Pollard, but shout out to Scott Valanciunas too. That's
That's insane, yeah. What Valanciunas did tonight,
It's a definition of a pro. Definition of a pro, man.
and the way he got his buckets too, offensive rebounds, putting it back up, causing Sengun. I mean, he fouled him a bunch, but that's okay.
Yeah.
But like he was very physical with him. Valanciunas, player of the game. You're right, player of the game.
well. I think co-player of the game because
Co-player of the
Keon
game.
had 5 steals.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Almost
that's a
6.
momentum
They almost gave him
Yeah.
6, but they retracted the last one.
But Keon also knew what his role was going to be going in the game. JV didn't expect to play 30 minutes tonight.
No,
and
because
he stepped up.
I'm
big
sure
time.
his averages are around 15 at most.
Right.
Like, he hasn't been playing that
I
much.
can just imagine him post game going to the Kings locker room and Domas is waiting to tickle him for sure, for sure waiting to tickle him. Like they get along so well. He put on for his countrymen, put on for his team, and Colby Jones wasn't going to give us that output. So W trade for Monty McNair.
W.
I'm telling you,
trade. Monty
hey,
McNair, give him his flowers.
Colby and Alex would not be doing that.
No.
Not a chance.
Not a
on
chance.
their best night.
Not a chance.
This is just when Valanciunas gets enough minutes, this is what he's capable of.
Yeah.
In a game like this where, Houston runs their offense around Sengun, like we have Valanciunas there to, kind of disrupt that.
Yeah.
Even though Sengun did have a lot of points tonight, most of them were from the free throw line. But
Right.
he did have a pretty solid game.
But I think he was physical enough with Sengun to not to limit Sengun's ability to play make, which is huge. So we didn't really see Fred VanVleet go off too much. We didn't see their outside scores really go off, and I feel like Sengun is a main part of getting them going. I feel like JV's physicalness with him kind of hampered that a little bit. For sure.
I think it was just a defensive effort from everyone tonight because Jake LaRavia got a lot of minutes. A lot of guys on our bench got tons of minutes tonight. And
Everyone
you could
was
just
active.
see
Everyone was active.
Yeah.
And like Houston was they didn't look comfortable the entire game. It looked like their offense, they weren't getting, clean shots off. Jalen Green didn't have too much of a big performance. Fred VanVleet, that guy was a ghost tonight. We could have just left him open all night except for that 1-3. But I mean,
Amen Thompson too. I felt the biggest X factor for tonight's game was shutting down Amen Thompson, because the way that Amen Thompson has really stepped up between the last couple of months, really being that almost that second to third option on that team, especially with Fred VanVleet out for that long time. Amen has ascended to being a really solid two-way player just based off athleticism alone. And we matched that with his physicality tonight. I think we really shut him down. He was 3 for 9 tonight. And
he didn't do much.
We kept him very much out of the game. He does so much for that Houston Rockets team that you don't look at it from just when you watch them. It is just insane how athletic he is. But he also does so much in terms of scoring, rebounding, playing defense. Like, we did a really good job of keeping out of the game.
He had 25. He had 25 last game against the Spurs. So that's a really good call, RT. Yeah,
he's kind of like their version of Keegan Murray. You know, like when he does very, very well, Houston's going to win.
Yeah,
you know?
or like Keon Ellis. I mean, with the way he scores.
Oh, but he's like athletic. Like,
but he's athletic as hell.
I think a lot of fans are really liking Amen Thompson for that reason.
Like, he's like one of those untouchable like future players. Like Houston's going to want to build around.
His ceiling is very, very like untouched. Like he is like not even touched like the full potential, where he could potentially be like the franchise cornerstone for that team
going forward.
Like going forward, that would be crazy. Yeah, his potential is scary.
Yeah, but the fact that we shut him down, he was like, you know,
he didn't make half his average. Yeah, he averages 14 a year, and
What do you have tonight? How many points?
He had 6.
Crazy. Yeah. And he wasn't even that much of a pest on defense either. I mean, I'm sure he had some great defensive plays, but nothing that really disrupted our offense. And, like, we were moving great. Like, it was just, everything was working very smoothly. And it's crazy that we played that well without our main guy. Like, Sabonis missed 47 minutes of this game tonight, and we still played the way we did.
Yeah.
So it was just an all-out effort. Like, it was obviously JV and Keon, they kind of led the way, but it was everyone that just stepped
Kudos to
up.
Zach LaVine, too. Man, this was the best defensive performance. I'm pretty sure he was guarding Amen pretty much throughout that game and caused him to go 3 for 10. So kudos to Zach LaVine. He had the highest plus-minus on the game by far.
What was
plus
it?
21. And DeRozan was plus 13. But when LaVine was on the floor, we played good defense. He had 6 rebounds, 4 assists. So he really showed off his complete game, not just scoring. And I think that's a sign that he's getting a lot more comfortable in our offense.
No, for sure. I agree with you. I think this was definitely his best defensive game. I mean,
best all-around game as a King. For sure. Scoring, facilitating, rebounding. The best one.
Yeah, he ended with 26 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals. Yeah, he was everywhere tonight. I mean, it was kind of everything. Let's talk about DeMar DeRozan a little bit, because I want to talk about his scuffle with Dylan Brooks.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
They got face-to-face.
Yeah,
and then Dylan was the one that cracked.
That's Drake's guy. Drake must have sent his fellow countryman.
You're right.
Countryman. I saw Carmichael Dave tweet that. He was like, Drake sent his fellow countryman to piss off DeMar.
Yeah,
I didn't even think about that.
I think Dylan Brooks was telling DeRozan what color the CN Tower was. That's what it was.
Yeah. He was telling him about Pimmy's dilemma. For
yes,
sure.
Exactly. He couldn't decide.
He was like, if I don't push first, I gotta die trying. You know.
I don't think Dylan Brooks doesn't want to meet DeRozan's madre or pay respect to his padre anymore.
DeRozan said, "Dylan, this is God's plan. This is God's plan. We gotta win this game." Pay your respects to your padre and move it on.
Oh my god!
Oh, excellent! Shout out, "Sexy Songs for You," man. That's a good album. I don't care what anyone says. Good album.
Yeah, it's really good.
4 songs.
It's really good.
4 out of the 20.
But yeah, dude, they were face to face.
He pushed him,
and that just shows how much of a veteran, how much of just an incredible guy that DeRozan is, to just stand there against one of the biggest pests in the NBA. And just stand there face to face and not do anything but that, and let Dylan Brooks
call DeRozan Orkin Pest Control, because he was controlling that.
Clark Pest Control,
Orkin Pest Control. Because that's what Dylan Brooks gets paid to do, right? And
no, for sure.
You love him if it's on your team, you hate him if it's against it, but don't talk against DeMar. He's just going to give you. It's just fuel to the fire. He's just going to give you buckets.
No,
that's
obviously DeRozan. He kind of started just with him talking a little bit, but he didn't make the first push.
No, he didn't.
And then they do a double tech. Come on.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Come on. Pay your respects to the ones that came before you. Pay respects to your vets. DeRozan should not have gotten a tech for that. But hey, it is what it is, and I love that he did it.
Yeah,
that
JV and Zach LaVine stepped in between and was able to, They were there for their boy.
No, we need guys like that to, kind of ruffle some feathers. I think it's good. I think it's good for the game. I think it's good for our team because we need it.
We played better after it.
I think we did. Yeah,
a little
I
bit
totally
more energy.
agree. I think it gave us a boost.
Yeah, I
And
think
it
so
kind
too.
of rattled the Rockets a little bit.
I think so
knowing
too.
that they're not the aggressors. Like the Kings, we're here.
Yeah, we here.
Obviously, we're here because we beat them 3 times this season. That's crazy.
They
There's
know
no,
us. We got
no
their number.
excuses tonight because they had a fully healthy lineup. All their stars were there. We missed our star, the guy that got snubbed for their star, and we still go out and win. So hey, you got to give
Take
it up
those.
for
We take
Sacramento.
those.
bro.
We take
Yeah.
those.
They're a little bro.
I saw a little clip of Ime Udoka. He was not happy about the lack of discipline on falling for so many pump fakes for the Sacramento Kings tonight.
Yeah, I mean, DeRozan got to the line on every single pump fake tonight.
And they're
it
a
was
great
crazy.
defensive team, and they still can't figure it
Easier
out.
said than done, dude.
No,
Easier
for
said
sure.
than done.
Obviously, we're saying it, but if we were to guard DeMar, we'd foul out in the first 2 minutes.
That
but-
too, and Levine was just making contested shots. I think every one of Levine's shots were a contested jumper. Like the way he elevates on his jump shots, mid range and 3 points, crazy. It's unguardable.
And the way he drove to the basket, that's one of his most underrated offensive skills is the way he drives. I mean, he is amazing at driving to the basket. And he
Yeah.
makes contested layups. He makes some very difficult layups. He made a bunch of and ones down there tonight.
DeRozan with 6 assists as well. So he wasn't
know.
just scoring. He was, especially because it took him a little bit to get heated up, right? Most of his scoring was in the second half. But yeah, I mean, if you get 6 assists out of DeRozan and 4 out of Levine each night, that's huge.
I know, it was weird because like our assists were down. Like we only had 21 assists for the entire game. So assists
That's
were down
surprising.
tonight. But the way
Yeah.
how we still handled business tonight and still won the way we did, you'd think we would have been passing the ball a little bit more, but I mean,
We
it worked
relied on
out.
getting stops and rebounding. That's huge. Let me pull up how many offensive rebounds they had. But when you take care of rebounding, man, that's a huge stat.
No, I think it's just crazy the way like we're winning games in ways that we haven't before,
Right,
And that's
exactly.
what's very
And
impressive
that's
with this
huge.
team. And this tonight showed that this team has heart, because they know what's ahead. They know how tough March is, and to start off hot like this, continuing the win streak, getting to 3, playing on the road against Houston, a top team. That's huge for the morale.
It's huge. It's huge for sure. So, I mean, I think with how, like you said earlier, our schedule is going to get crazy. And we have Dallas on Monday. And that's a big, big game for us coming up. So,
And they just came off a loss tonight. They lost to the Milwaukee Bucks by how many?
18, I think.
Oof.
Yeah.
So, whenever a team comes off of a
A
massive
tough
loss like
loss.
that,
Yeah,
they
they're
always-
going to come out aggressive. And it was at home, too. So,
Yeah, the only team that can't do that is Charlotte, but
oh, gosh. Watch out. Cooper Flag and LaMelo Ball. That's the duo that's going to take over the league. Oh, and I forgot Brandon Miller. Brandon Miller is going to be good, too. So,
but
Whew.
the Kings tonight, we shot 50% from the field. We out-rebounded Houston 46-43 without Domantas Sabonis, who averages 14 rebounds a game.
huge.
21 assists, 13 steals, which is amazing, and 5 of those were from Keon. Keon Ellis and Jonas Valanciunas combined for 13 stocks, which are steals and blocks. 13 from 2 guys off your bench.
Yeah.
That's
Are you kidding
huge.
me?
That won us the game. Yeah, we didn't have a crazy good shooting
Bench-
performance. We didn't have a crazy good free throw performance. Obviously,
Yeah.
only out-rebounded them by 3, but our steals and blocks won us that game.
The bench really stepped up.
It was a bench win.
It was the bench win.
for
I
sure.
mean, like, you want to take a look.
42
Yeah, I mean-
points.
And I don't remember the last time on this pod that we talked about our bench winning us a game.
I know. And
We talked a lot about
never-
our bench losing us a
never.
game.
But we
Never.
were excited about our new bench.
Right.
We did mention how excited we are about the new additions, and this is like a full display because
Yeah.
they all got massive runs tonight. Can you pull up how much minutes they played tonight?
Jonas played 30.
And so not only that, I felt like the only starter that it was able to record a steal or block was Zach LaVine.
Everyone else was
a lot of our Oh, and Keegan Murray had a steal, but those were the only 2 guys. Like Trey Lyles had a steal and a block tonight. Jonas Valanciunas, obviously, we don't need to repeat his numbers. You can just look at them just on yourself. We can stamp it on Christo's
Yeah,
shirt.
let's get a tattoo. on me.
Keon Ellis had such a big game. So, I mean, that is a huge thing. When your defense is so heavy on the bench and they stepped up and did that, I think that is the sole reason that they won this game tonight. So,
Another reason is the timely stops because right when Houston,
Mm-hmm.
you thought they were going to go on a little bit of a run, Keon Ellis would deflect a pass and get the steal, and you're like, thank God for
Yeah.
any type of momentum they had. Keon disrupted it tonight, and
shout
it
out,
was huge.
and shout out to Zach LaVine. He had the highest plus minus with plus 21.
Yeah,
so
that's what I said.
Yeah,
You did say
huge,
that, Johnny.
huge.
He's
You
money,
did.
bro.
He's been money.
And
you've been on it.
He finally looks comfortable in our offense, which is huge.
Yeah, you've been on it with Zach LaVine.
Love Zach LaVine, man.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is like we shouldn't have to rely on our scoring each game to get a win. And if our offense was like typical tonight, we would won this game by 30. And the fact that we won this game just with heart, with grit, against a team that's what they're known for, it makes me a happy man.
And we only made 9 threes tonight.
Yeah.
Zach LaVine hit 8 the other night,
Yeah. A game like this earlier in this season with this bad of shooting, we'd lose by 15.
I know.
Right.
I think it all goes back to that hot start in the beginning because normally Houston shot 4 for 13 when we were on that 21-6 run. And that is normally we do what Houston did their best impression of us normally. And I think that's what, when you get yourself into that big of a hole, you're just climbing back the whole game. And the fact that we were in the driver's seat the whole time. Yeah. So it was just a great win. And our turnovers were a lot better. Even though, they're still kind of high at 14. We were hovering around the 20 mark the past couple games. So getting that down, getting that taken care of, I think that's going to be huge for these huge games coming up against Dallas and then Denver. So let's talk about Dallas because, they just lost to Milwaukee. RT, can you pull up some notable Maverick stats for us that we need to be
I will say the one thing that is going to be very, very important that we need to look at is watching out because again, Kyrie Irving had 31 tonight, so that's a pretty solid game.
He's been rolling.
They just got Moses Brown a couple days ago, and he came out and just scored 18. So a cool 18 points.
And then they signed Kai Jones today too.
Kai Jones. So,
but they Moses Brown's 10 days over his 10-day contract, so he's not going to be.
Wait, this was the last day on the 10-day?
They didn't renew it. They didn't re-sign it. Isn't that crazy?
Wait, do they have time to re-sign it tonight?
I don't know.
I don't know.
How do you not re-sign him after scoring 18?
Said Moses Brown's season is over.
No way.
Damn.
That's huge for us.
That's huge. Yeah, and so
he was hooping too.
Right now, PJ Washington, he's most likely going to be a questionable. He left today with a right ankle soreness too. So
he's been beat up.
Huge. That's the King's killer.
That's the King's killer. And then Caleb Martin.
We just got to keep tabs of Najee Marshall. We can't let him have a good game, but he's been struggling lately too.
You gotta slow down Kyrie Irving. That's the number one guy.
You gotta start with the snake, and then you gotta
then Klay Thompson,
guard all the rest of the reptiles.
And I think that's been the message for the last Kings games that we played, especially with tonight against Houston. We really did a good job of stopping their guard play. We held Van Fleet in check, Jalen Green in check, and Amen Thompson in check. So you got to do the same exact thing on Monday. You have to
take care of business.
You got to stop their guards. That's the number one thing. I feel like our physicality especially works better against their big man because let's be frankly clear, their big men are banged up right now. So
they only have
Najee
Dwight
Marshall.
Powell?
Yeah,
they have Najee Marshall playing center for them,
right?
And Dwight Powell is their backup.
And Dwight Powell is their fourth option right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Who used to be a starter. We can't.
You got to take care of the guards. You have to be the better team that has the better guards that night.
We got to own the paint against Dallas, and we can't let Kyrie and Klay cook. If they have 20, 25 each, we're done. I
don't think we're necessarily done, but I just think that it's going to be a lot closer than people think it would.
If they're cooking like that, that means we're going to be double teaming them, and that means an XM or a Najee Marshall get open shots, and it's we shouldn't even let him get hot.
Right?
They literally only have those two as scoring options on their team, and Spencer Dinwiddie.
Right, and Dinwiddie's also a King's killer too. Yeah. So.
If you're Coach Christie, who are you putting on Kyrie to start the game?
Keegan Murray, I think.
Yeah, Keegan.
And then you'll have Malik on Spencer.
And then Keon, once Keegan rests,
Because Keon's been coming in at
I don't think Spencer's starting.
4 minutes in.
Though. Yeah, right.
I think Spencer is starting right now.
Is he now?
He didn't start tonight.
I think it's XM, Klay, Kyrie, Najee, and then
tonight it was Moses Brown.
Wow. You got to feel really bad if you're a Mavericks fan after seeing Quentin Grimes.
Oh, and then Max Christie too.
Oh,
yeah, Max Christie too. Yeah, you can't forget about Max Christie.
He's been having a great
Max Christie's
season
having a really good season too. So
Levine's got him. It's
gonna be big.
But Max is a great defender too.
Yeah, that's
he could rattle. He could rattle one of our guys.
He can really give Levine problems if he wants to.
We just need to make sure he bites for the DeMar pump fake, and then we'll be good.
Yep.
I think this is gonna be a big Keegan Murray game. I think this is a Keegan Murray breakout game. Right here.
Another breakout game.
Another breakout game.
He's coming off his breakout game.
I think he's going to be a corner three merchant. this game and have at least 20.
Hey, speak it out there. I would love that. We need that from him.
25 out of Keegan
man.
himself.
Oh man, just remember this. We're recording tonight, March 1st. So if
Keegan
you're
Murray's
watching,
getting 20 plus games.
Wow.
If don't worry, if we see a win Monday night and Keegan Murray goes off, this is the clip that you will see. So yes,
The thing about the Dallas is like if we could just limit them to making threes, because once
Can't let
they're
their crowd get into it. Again.
Yeah.
Once that crowd gets
they need something to cheer for because they're down bad right now. Especially after Quentin Grimes tonight with a career high.
44 piece. Are you kidding
I
me?
know. I saw Mavericks. I look at their page, Mavericks fan for life. Have you guys seen that account? It's kind of like their Kings Muse, but it's for Mavericks fans. And they were so pissed, not only obviously because of the Luka trade, but they're like, why would you trade Quentin Grimes for Cody Martin? And they were not happy about that. And then Quentin Grimes drops.
Does Cody Martin even play for them?
He's injured right now.
Yeah,
right?
he got hurt. Yeah, no, he's hurt.
Oh,
he's hurt.
See, like, yeah, they're so
Why
mad
would they
right
do
now.
that?
Yeah, it's painful to see, but yeah, this is a very, very big game on Monday.
Winnable game.
Very winnable.
Very winnable.
So with tonight's win, we leapfrog over Dallas
and Minnesota.
Wait, so Minnesota's 9?
I think Minnesota's 10. I think
That is so crazy.
I think Minnesota is 10.
They were just 6th.
Yeah, I think Minnesota is 10.
I believe we are 1 game back from the 6th seed.
Yes.
If you could double check.
Yeah,
but I
think
believe
we're
we are
1 game
game back.
And if the Clippers lose, we'll be a half game back.
Yeah, I mean, me and RT were talking about this in the last pod about the Clippers because we want to try to avoid them. I don't think we play. I think we play them one more time to end the season.
No, we play them 2 more times.
play them
we
twice?
play them next Sunday, and then we play them right when the season ends. Yeah.
It's crazy. There's 23 games left. We're sitting at 31 and 28, I believe. Mm-hmm. So we're 3 games above 500, which is crazy. We haven't been 3 games over 500 in a long time.
That's crazy.
I think that's the most above 500 we've been since the very beginning of the season. So this would be obviously the most ideal time to get hot because in the last season, this was when we dropped off. So if we could like reverse that with our new team, get that continuity together, beat these teams that we're not supposed to win.
2 years ago, that's the sole reason we made the playoffs that year was that hot March. So if we are able to have a really good March, I think the playoffs, getting that top 6 seed is something that we can really, really get.
We can definitely catch the Clippers for sure. I think we're a better team than the Warriors, 100%. I think that was a fluke when they played us last.
Oh, wow.
Especially, I mean, they just lost to the poverty Sixers. So
without Jimmy,
without Jimmy, but I think we'll catch the Warriors. And yeah, I think if we have a strong March, we're definitely going to be that 6th seed for sure.
We got 16 more games.
Well,
in
we
March.
could have a 5 seed.
If
could
the
be
Rockets
open.
have a collapse,
If they collapse, if they majorly
keep
collapse,
losing, they keep losing.
Yeah.
We could have started their downfall. Who knows?
Van Vliet injured his foot again. He said in post game.
Yikes.
He said in post game and during the first quarter of tonight's game, he stepped.
He
and
did
injured
not.
and
He did
re-injured
not
his
look
foot.
like himself. So it makes sense.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I mean Houston. There's so many teams in the West that I mean it's going to shuffle so much from now until April. But I like how we're playing. Like I think the biggest thing is like the effort and the heart of this team because when you see your best guy go down, next man up mentality. Valanciunas comes in and like saves the team.
Oh yeah, you can either crumble or you can step up, and I think you saw a lot of it obviously from JV, but I think you can see the fight. Chrissy's putting in him. He's 18-10 now as interim coach, which is huge. It's the highest winning percentage of any Kings.
Very good.
Kings coach in history.
Very good.
But I think you just see the fight that he's putting in all our guys, and we hope Domas is okay. We hope it's not serious, but I think it was good for him to go out and have our guys kind of figure it out.
No, it's kind of been a theme for the season. Like when De'Aaron went out earlier, we went on like a 3-game win streak. We beat Boston. We had like some really impressive wins. Domas goes out. We beat
the
Houston.
7-game win streak. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's been really great. Like when a main guy goes out, all the guys are here to step up, and that was not the theme last season. When Malik went out, that's when our team dropped out of the playoffs. So it's like, who knows? Maybe having a guy miss a game or two, that gets the bench going, that gets everyone going, it gets the confidence up, and that's what helps propel us throughout March Madness because
we're going to need a deep team if we want to make a playoff push. So everyone's got to be ready no matter if they're healthy or not.
And I've been very impressed, especially tonight with our bench because Laravia, Trey, and Fultz, they combined for 15, and then Keon J. Val, they had 12 points and 15 points. But yeah, it was an all-out team effort tonight, and we're 8th seed, which is so crazy. What a roller coaster it's been.
What a roller
We just
coaster.
need to keep riding the momentum because this 3-game winning streak could easily,
We do.
balloon to more. I
Yeah.
really think it's possible. Obviously, we have a very winnable game with Dallas, but then the next one's Denver, which
I mean,
ooh.
think about it. With the season we've had, we fired our coach, we traded our best player, and we're still 31-28. Like, that is...
We've
that
gone through
is-
a ton of adversity.
We've gone through, dude. If you fire your coach and trade your best player in the same season, most teams are tanking. at
Yeah,
that
normally
point.
that's a tank.
That's a tank.
That's
thing.
why you do that. It's to tank normally, but we
But the
haven't
fact
taken
that we're
for-
we're in the thick of it, right? 31-28,
8 seed.
8 seed. We can
That's
be
the
the 6
big
seed.
part. That's the big part.
But like, dude,
And a
we're,
game out
we're
of
in
6.
this.
Yeah, and a game
We're
out
in
of
this.
yeah, we're in it. I just
Bring
gotta-
on the March schedule. Bring it on. I think our team's ready for it.
I think that's the message. I think that's what Doug is preaching because, like, obviously, every Kings fan, every Kings who covers the team, they're talking
know
about
about
how
it.
hard
They
the
know about
schedule
it.
is. So I think the message from Doug is like, let's
Be
just
ready.
prove everyone wrong.
Yeah.
Let's beat the teams we're not supposed to beat, and let's move forward. Because I remember a couple of games ago after the game, Doug was like, when we get to the playoffs, he's talking as if like when we get there.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's the mentality that we need to have. We just got to power through and just
We got
and
too
just
many
see
vets
what
on this
happens.
team, man, to just give in.
throw the season away.
And I
you
think,
know?
I think JV showed that we're a veteran-led team with the way he stayed ready tonight. So, yeah, I'm excited to see the crown video tonight if we get one.
I'm very proud of the boys tonight. I'm very proud of this win. I think
It's a great win.
I think there's so many huge takeaways that are going to propel them forward against Dallas.
That was a good watch tonight.
Yeah, it sure was. We have one more thing to talk about right before we end. RT Clark came up with a brilliant idea for the Kang Gang community. RT, take it away.
All right, everybody. So this is a huge announcement, and I'm very excited to share this with all of you. So, as we know, March is coming up, and March Madness is a very big time for a lot of us sports fans. We love creating brackets. So, with that being said, the Kang Gang podcast is proud to announce that we are hosting our very own March Madness Bracket Tournament Challenge for all of the community to be involved. There is a lot of cool prizes. And so the first place winner not only is going to get swag from the Christos Closet, they will also be a guest on our Kang Gang pod episode. So big news. This is Johnny. I'm breaking news to you.
Johnny didn't know about
That's
this.
it.
Johnny didn't
Yeah,
know
so
about this.
we're making this happen for the community. We want to
Do your studying.
We
Do your
want to do
studying.
something for you guys, and all of us are very excited to put this out for all of you, ladies and gentlemen. So that way, we're just gonna have some fun.
So if you want to enter into this, we're going to make a post about this in the next coming days on our Instagram. So follow us on the Kang
Yep.
Gang Instagram, and then you'll just have to follow the prompts to DM us your information so that we could.
Yep,
Or we'll
and
send
then-
you like the password
And
link
then
or
there's
whatever.
also so there will be a password that you can join from, and then there will be a link in our bio to join. So we will be posting that very soon in the next couple of days. Once that post is out, you can join our tournament bracket, and that's when March Madness starts. So
Yeah, so I think the actual tournament starts like March 15th.
So it's-
there'll be like a
so-
2-week window to join.
almost,
so that,
yeah.
That's the
So
goal.
March, the week of St. Patrick's Day is when it starts. So
Perfect,
March 21st is I think when the first big games start, the first 4, and then after that it goes on from there. So
Yeah, so hopefully at the time you're watching this, the link will already be out. The post will be already be made, but that is something that we would like to do, and we think will be fun. Obviously, it's not Kings related, but it's basketball related, and then the winner, obviously, will join us on an episode to talk about one of the games. Hopefully, a playing game. Who knows? But it'll be some exciting stuff. But that was RT's idea, and I thought it was a very good idea, and that's what we're doing. That's what we're rolling with.
That's a great
Yes.
idea.
So.
And it
Be
gives
on
us
the
a chance
lookout.
to look at the prospects, you know?
No, I know that's
Yeah.
that's. I mean, because
a lot of Kings fans probably do already watch college basketball.
Of course they
but
do.
Oh,
Of
yeah.
course they
There's
do.
a lot of college
Everyone's
basketball
locked in.
fans.
It
Everyone's
allows us to
locked
stay
in.
together in a community.
Yeah,
I like
it's gonna
that.
be fun.
I like that idea.
So RT, amazing idea.
thank you.
But
Thank
look
you.
out,
That's
you're
great.
not beating this guy. This guy is
Yeah,
the
that's
March
true.
Madness king.
Listen. It's a game of luck. It's a game of luck. I'll say this right
Jay
now.
Billis.
You
Jay
gotta
Billis of the sack, bro.
I'd rather be lucky than good. That's all I
This
gotta
guy's the
say.
Jay Billis of SAC.
Hey
No,
man,
he's incredible.
Hey, man.
So say for example, if RT gets first, whoever gets second.
yes, exactly. So
Our
whoever
team
gets,
might
so if
win,
any of
bro.
us, if any of us
Yeah,
get
'cause
first
all of us
place,
are gonna
we're all
participate too,
participate.
yeah.
So
I'm not
the
getting
next
first.
winner would join us. So it's still incentive to
Dang,
join.
that's some powerful words. You guys better.
Hey,
you gotta take that as a challenge at home.
FAU
that as a challenge.
Owls.
Yeah.
RT said, you better hope you get second. That's what he's saying. That's what he's saying to the people.
Hey, second place is the first
That
loser.
should fuel you. That should fuel
Hey,
you.
second place is the first loser. That's all I gotta say.
So whatever you do, just try and take this man down because me and Johnny aren't going to win.
We're not gonna win.
But
Please help us.
take this man down. This
Don't
guy.
pick Sac State winning the final.
No,
four.
they're like last in the conference right now, which is so ass.
Is UC Davis making it?
They got some work to do. They have a good scorer though. They have this guy named Ty Johnson. He's like averaging over 20 points per game.
Damn.
When
So-
does the bracket come out?
So, so the conference bracket will be out next week, I think,
Okay.
for both the Big Sky and for the Big West. So,
This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be a lot of
conference
fun.
play starts not next week, but the following week. And that's when all the craziness happens.
I can't wait to pick on my sleepers to make it to the big game.
I've got some ready.
I don't know if Johnny knows this, but 2 seasons ago, I picked FAU Owls to go almost all the way, and they
really?
ended up doing it. I was in the
As a 9 seed.
I was in the 0.001% percentage of people that did that.
Wow.
And I was proud. And RT saw me make some waves in the bracket leaderboard. So
I gotta watch
that's
out
what we're
for you.
gonna do for this season. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
I love that.
Boys, any last words to the Kang gang? Oh my gosh. I got this amazing jersey today. 2016 DeMarcus Cousins
That is a
Christmas
sick jersey.
Day jersey.
That's
I
so
woke
sick.
up at 7 a.m. this morning. I had 13 Facebook notifications, so I try to clear them out. I click on the marketplace. Facebook Marketplace just showcases this extremely rare jersey that I've been after for a very long time. I meet up with the man today at around 10 a.m. and he's like, "Hey, I know you. I listen to the Kang Gang." I'm like, "No way." He's like, "I love your guys' content." He was talking about how he likes the Instagram reels and everything. So shouts out to David if you made it this far.
Shout out David.
Thank you for the jersey. I told you how to wear it tonight, and I'm going to wear this for time and time again because this is
Every
not
Christmas,
my-
every
this is my
Christmas,
favorite
David
jersey.
every
sign it?
Christmas.
When do David to sign
Yeah, I
it?
need David. David,
Dave, we need to see him show
Every
that.
every Christmas you gotta wear it.
dude, this jersey
That
is
is
you got
special.
to. You got
jersey.
to.
Let me show it off really
Yes,
Dude,
it
thank
is
you, David.
incredible.
quick. Thank you, David, for this
That's
jersey.
amazing.
DeMarcus Cousins was the only player on the Kings that was worthy of the jersey in 2016. And I have it. I have it in my
That's
possession now.
amazing.
That is
So
sick.
thank you, David. Thank
Hell
you
yeah.
so much.
That's awesome.
But boys, this was a great start of March, but we got to keep it going.
Keep
We have
it rolling.
16 more games to go in March. 2 more games on the road. Let's get after it.
Let's go. Let's like the beam, man.
Light it
Take
up.
care of business on Monday.
We need to.
Take care
Thank
of
you
business.
so much for watching the KGP episode 37. Are we at 37? 36?
Under
think
40, yeah.
so.
36.
I mean, just something around those lines. We didn't say the episode number. But
I know because we got interrupted by the ISO.
we're just tied. We're just cooked up. Here we go.
Yeah, RT's looking it up right now.
Here
Where
we
are we
go.
at?
Here we
Where
go.
are we at?
Here we go. Let's see.
Kang Gang Pod.
Episode 37.
I was right.
37.
37.
Wow.
The Meta World Peace episode. Thank you so much for watching. We love you. Have a wonderful night.
Love you.
We'll see you on Monday.
Boom.